I walk slow past the frames with the faces I outgrew. They still lean in close and say the name I never knew. When I was small, the syllable was soft like velvet tips. My father laughed, my auntie sang it. Pip, like a ribbon on a package I never learned to keep. Now the rooms are big and hollow, and the name bounces cheap. Sometimes I answer just to prove a noise is real. Of the tones I bury it beneath the plates I peel. Echoes of pip in empty rooms, a childish bell that rings, a pocket-sized identity tied up to old things. I walk through my own places, but the nickname tags along, whispered through the plaster like an unfinished song. Echoes of pip, why won't you let me be the shape I choose? You fit like a safety net, and I'm tired of the bruise. There's a code on the hook that remembers my elbows, a scar on the stair where I learned what gravity knows. Neighbors call from porches and they mean the best they can, but kindness sometimes sounds like a map of who I am. At the grocery counter, a kid says, "Hey baby Pip," and my laugh falls out a rhythm. I feel my